Welcome to the NEC Madness Selection Show. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Paul Vasquez. He's the women's soccer coach here at New England College and has been for some time. My name's Dave DeQ. I am the men's soccer coach. And we're all here and excited about the big reveal for our bracket for this NEC Madness Challenge. We have teams of alumni, faculty, and staff. And it's really going to be a competitive group here as we see if this year's event of fundraising can take us to the next level.
Exactly, David. I cannot wait till March 13th. The anticipation of the participation for the bragging rights of the top givers of New England College. So exciting.
I'm so glad to hear that, Paul. And let's start right now on our bracket. We're going to go to the upper left-hand section. All right, and Paul, now that this is out, first time you've ever seen it, I don't know, what are your initial thoughts?
This is going to be one of the toughest brackets out there. That 49 to 54 group led by Elmer Brown out of Vermont, playing the best he's played in a long time. I think they're going to be dangerous. I think we really have to watch that group.
You know, I really like that team, but that matchup with the 55 to 59ers is not going to be an easy one. I really think they're going to be tough to beat. There's a lot of potential there. Really a force to be reckoned with. I think that's a group that we're going to have to see a lot from.
Yeah, I think, though, we have to look at that second game in the 60 to 64 team led by Debbie Spring Reed. Wow, what can you say about what she did last year in the $100,000 challenge? This is going to be a team to look out for.
I mean, what can't you say about that? That $100,000 challenge was something I could never forget. Yeah, I think, you know, looking at the bottom here of this bracket, I mean, it's got to be the 65 to 69s that still have an opportunity here. There's a lot of people that certainly can help to lift this group, but I think maybe most importantly will be the leadership and coaching of Donald Emerson. We all know what he did with that lacrosse team for many, many years and has always been an integral part of our alumni base.
Wow, what an exciting bracket. You know, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We still have 3 brackets to go. I can't wait.
I'm with you, Paul. The excitement's real today. And, you know, I just think this group is very strong. But, yeah, with the rest of the bracket, I mean, let's see what we got.
I think we'll take a look here at our upper right bracket.
Yeah, let's move on over there. I think there's some real up-and-coming teams here that are looking to prove themselves. And, you know, I think as we get in these younger groups, you know, seeing this for the first time, I mean, I don't know. I have a lot to think about, Paul, but what are your initial reactions?
I think first we have to look at that 95 to 99 team. Chris Grava has just been working hard with this group, really looking to see what they do. And then you add his wife, Allie, who's on that 2000 to 2004 team. This really is a house divided. Just interesting, the drama that could play out here.
I agree. That dynamic is one that really is something to behold. But, you know, that's a tough matchup with the 90s and 94s. Big improvements from the beginning of the season. And they've just shown their bench just has a ton of talent. I think of names like Katie Simon, Jane McNeil, Peyton Carter, Mitchell Getz. It's just a stunning group, really.
Gotta love those cowtails. Gotta love the cowtails. They are playing really good right now. I really think they could do some damage and end up in the Final Four.
You know, moving down to the second matchup, I think the 05 to 09ers, I mean, they're a real underdog group, but I think they're embracing that. And I think after a couple down seasons, they're really going to be able to step up in this March event. And hopefully that team's going to really give us something to see.
Yeah, and with Kristen Bellstone's leadership, Ryan Jaziri's hot shooting, this team could surprise anybody at any time.
You know, excellent points again, Paul. You know, I look at it, and we certainly shouldn't count out that 2000 to 2004 squad. I mean, I love what they can do. I think of people like Adam Kapner, Leonardo Angiulo, Anthony Denazir, and Kelly O'Shea, all great contributors all along. And I think in this situation, you know, I just think they're going to be at a high level.
Awfully, awfully tough. Again, the anticipation of the participation from this region is just thick as can be.
Well, Paul, let's move over to the lower left section. I'm going to remove this piece. And there's the big reveal here. You know, looking at these teams, what do you think?
What a great section. Near and dear to my heart, that 1970 to 1989 time frame. Bunch of great players. You look at the 85 to 89 team with players like Ray Appy, Lou Picula, and Danny Lynch. That's a tough, tough group. You also have to look at the 80 to 84 team, what they did on the court and off the court. Crazy, crazy times.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I mean, the on-the-court stuff's been great. The off-the-court maybe even better. But yeah, you think about Astrid Williams, and she's just been an outstanding player for this group. We all know Diane Goodwin and the Benfields and what they bring to the court. So yeah, this is a team that could really do some damage down the road.
Then, out of all these groups, this one has my dark horse, and that's the 70 to 74 team. They didn't start off well, but they're coming on strong, and they have great team leadership and David Courier. And I think we should look for something special out of this group.
All great points, Paul. You're really on your game today, but I'm skeptical they're going to be able to beat that 75 to 79 group. Tough to defend, a lot of tremendous players, and we all know like Lex Scorby and the Whitelaws and the Merriams as power couples. I mean, that's a group that really is tough to deal with.
You bring up a good point. That 75 to 79 team, they have the diaper dandies. They have the high flyers. I think they have a lot to offer. It's really anyone's game.
I agree. And Paul, let's move on to that last group, I think on the lower right. This could be our most interesting group, really a diverse group of teams here. And for me, I mean, what jumps right out at me is that faculty group. I think with players like Lyons, O'Connor, and Chaland, this is a group that right away could really, cause a stir in this event.
You're right. I do think they have the deepest team because you got to add the likes of Preble and Dunlop, and they are on top of their game. They're going to give the staff all they can handle, but you got to watch out. Staff has some experience. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, with people like Doreen Long, I mean, we've all seen that even keel that she can bring to the table, that consistency that we all look for. Megan Hotelling, Jason Buck, Muriel Lizelle over to admissions. There's just so many people. I think this region really exemplifies what this tournament is all about. Anything can happen.
Oh, so true, so true. I think now we want to talk about our upcoming graduates, the class of 2017. Yeah. A lot of special players.
I can't overlook them, Paul. I seem to always miss that a little bit at times. But yeah, with graduation coming up and the beautiful blossoming trees here in May, it's going to be an amazing group. I think they're going to feel that excitement. Really a lot of great people there. Anthony Boame and Mara Del Soldado, ton of momentum. And I think about us as soccer coaches. We know the likes of Connor Douglas, whose father's also an alumni, and Jess Barnum. I think that whole senior group really could bring something to the table that'll be something to watch.
Oh, so true. I think the one group that's happy to see their name up there, that 2010, 2016 group, they weren't really sure if they were going to make it, really teetering and tottering, and they made a push there. Spencer Marzuk, hailing right now from Germany, is making a push to get his class back online, and hopefully they can do something.
Yeah, when you think about pace and tempo, I think that group really has all the potential to finish big this March. So serious high-octane groups all around. It'll be interesting to see. All right, Paul, we got the whole bracket in front of us. I mean, obviously there's a lot to digest here, a lot to take in. I think it's pretty exciting. I'm not really sure I can contain myself here, to wait for March. But anyway, looking at it, who do you see as your team to win it all?
I mean, this is such a great time with NEC Madness, the anticipation and the participation. So many great teams on here. I think my dark horse this year is that 70 to 74 team. I really think they can make something happen.
That's an interesting pick there. I will say for me, I'm going to stay in that same region. But for me, this 80 to 84 group, I mean, they are really on top of their game. Balanced all the way through. To me, that's my pick to get the championship title.
Good pick. I think when you always look at these kind of tournaments, you're looking at that one team that's going to surprise everybody, the Cinderella story. And for me, that's that 2010 to 2016. That shoe's not going to drop for this group.
Well done, Paul. I'll tell you, I mean, I think, there's so many quality teams here. I'm going to have to stick with my group there, the 80 to 84 bunch. But overall, I think anything can happen. It'll be really exciting to see how this thing plays out.
All right, there you have it. Dave DeQ, Paul Vasquez, NEC Madness 2017. To get on board, go to givecampus.com. And to find out more about the NEC Madness, you can go to nec.edu/NEC Madness.
That's right, Pilgrims. Get ready to get in the game. The fun starts on Monday, March 13th. Look forward to having you participate.
Gosh, I love March.